Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a little while because I have been pretty much in the hospital a little bit. Not really, I've been resting after visiting the hospital. I probably sound a lot different now for two reasons, one of which includes the hospital. The first reason being I have a new mic now, so I might sound a little bit different on my end. Maybe you guys will enjoy the new voice. Second, I had no surgery done the other week, so I've been resting, relaxing, and as of today on the 1st of October, they finally took out the stents in my nose. They look like little fishing lures. Surgery went well, everything's all right. Still a little bit of healing, but it's pretty nice to not have everything shoved up my nose. But because of that, I wasn't really able to edit anything, so I figured, you know what? Why not do a small little video? We're going to do a quick little tier list of what I consider my favorite characters from the Halo series. Down here, we got Guilty Spark, Noble Six, we got the Arbiter Buck, Carter, Chief, Cortana, Emil, even the Grave Mind, Halsey, Lord Hood. Jeez, I'm getting used to breathing through my nose again. We got Sergeant Johnson, we got George, June, Kat, Miranda, Captain Keyes, Shipmaster, Tartarus, and even the Prophet of Truth himself. And in no way is any of this actually biased. This is all just my personal opinion because, you know, it all just makes sense. We're not going to talk about that. Anyway, let's start off with 343 Guilty Spark. He's a little bitch. He goes right there. You are the perfect F. If you were bipolar disorder in a robot, that would be you. I don't care if you're a former human, that's where you go. Next, we have Noble Six. Personally, in my opinion, he's equal to Master Chief on the technical side of things. Being someone you play as a character in Halo Reach, has one of the most badass final endings. I would give him, honestly, just give him an A. I'll just slap you right there. Next, we have the Arbiter himself. And I don't know if you guys know, I love Keith David and his voice. Very, very beautiful voice. And just because of his character and when he debuted Halo 2, he's also got to go up there. He's got to go up there with Johnson. Best two voices in the entire series. Next, we got Buck. I think everyone else loves Buck. If there's anyone out there that doesn't love him, I think you're just a little crazy, not gonna lie. But my personal opinion, he's got to go up there A, right next to 6. Carter himself, pretty good commander, sacrificed himself in the end. Personal opinion, although he had very high achievements for doing what he did, I don't really like him. Next, we got Master Chief, the pinnacle of Halo, the face of Xbox. Just because of voice, he would go up there. Say what you want. Say what you want about 343. And having him implement feelings into this man, I feel like in Halo Infinite, they made him much less of a robot. They gave him that human feel, but still making him come to terms with the fact that he's just not a machine. And I think story-wise, now, not Halo 5, we're not going to talk about Halo 5. They're really doing him justice now, especially after everything that's been going on with Cortana. Speaking of Cortana, she's next. Now, with her witty banter and all that, especially in the earlier games, loved her. When they reunite at the end, near the end of Halo 3, I was very emotional and very happy to see them back together. Just see it ruined by Halo 5. I would honestly just put... I'd probably put her... Okay, there's no way. There's no way I would put these two together. Actually, yeah, I would do that. Don't listen to me. I'm senile. I've had a lot of drugs in me within the past week. Don't do drugs, kids. Emil's crazy. That's all scratch marks. That little skull on his helmet, that's all scratch marks from his knife. And I think that just ruins his vision because I think the visor is just like a bunch of mini cameras. If I remember right, he did that to scare a lot of insurrectionists. Wonderful job. And just because of that, just badassery and how he went out, that's where he belongs. Next up, we have the Grave Mind. With his philosophical tales and all that, he tends to get pretty smart the more bodies he consumes. But that gets more annoying over time. I love him as a character, especially in Halo 2. Halo 3, he wasn't really shown as much, which sucks. But honestly, I put him here. I put him right here in B, right above Carter and Cortana. Halsey, we got her up next. She ruined a lot of children's lives. For the greater good, yes, I understand that. I guess. I mean, she got Master Chief, but morally, she's a corrupt person. I mean, morally, she's just not great at all. Honestly, she's going to go here, right next to Guilty Spark. Morally, together, they are terrible. Lord Hood, we got up next. I would honestly place him in B. Right in the middle, I love his character. I just hate how cautious he is, but I understand it, especially when we have to go after Cortana in Halo 3. I don't blame him. Next up, we have George, who sacrificed his one and only life to save Reach. How'd that work? Just because of his sacrifice specifically, you go up there with the others. Next up, we got June. The cool badass silent type, you know, not considering Six himself. You really never mess with him. Other than one of the missions in Halo Reach where you go sniping with him. But other than that, you really have no confrontation with him, and you just doesn't get much character shown. So I really don't really care. It's not terrible like these two, but I think he just belongs right there. Next up is Kat. Immediately there. Never really liked her character. She sounds annoying. She had it coming. Miranda herself, personally, also joins the C Club. She had good hopes, especially in Halo 2, but she ended up dying because someone, or a lot of people, had to die in Halo 3. And I feel like, especially with that line from Halo 3 on Crow's Nest.
Squad leaders are requesting a rally point. Where should they go?
To war.
Yeah, that one. Next up, we have her father, Captain Keyes. He goes up there with the legends. Say what you want. He even got punched in the face by this guy, but they belong next to each other. We have the shipmaster, just an absolute god. His mere existence makes me tremble. The fact that they made him to be the badass as he is, that's just, I love him. I love him. We now have to choose where this guy, Tartarus, goes. He's one of the easiest boss fights I've ever done. With how difficult Legendary is, he was honestly pretty easy. I mean, I could glitch him in a spot, that was fine. But him as a character, living in denial about the Covenant, that'll put him up here. Right there, right next to Hood. And finally, last piece of the puzzle, Prophet of Truth. Halo 2. Perfect rendition of him. Halo 3, terrible rendition of him. I don't know what happened between those two. He got senile between Halo 2 and Halo 3. But just because of how well the character was played in Halo 2, you gotta go A tier. That's where you belong. Now I'm curious, what's your guys' tier list? Would you have the same thing as me, something similar? Would you have it in the same order, or would you have something completely different than I'm curious to know what you guys think. Anyway, thank you guys for showing up for another video. Like I said, I do apologize for being gone. Surgery was kind of not mandatory. I needed to get it done though. It's a lot nicer to breathe through my nose though. Feels real great. Oh, wait a minute. I have news. I don't know if I've mentioned this before, but my buddy Valis Killer and I, we started up a podcast. We talk about video games and pretty much anything related to it. So if you guys wanted to go check it out, I'll leave a link down in the description for you guys to go figure out where you might want to listen to it. We have it on Spotify and YouTube right now. I do hope you guys enjoy. We're going to be posting every other Thursday, so we should have another episode out here pretty soon. Anyway, thank you guys so much for stopping by and watching the video. Can't wait to see you in the next one.